So welcome home.
Thanks, buddy.
Co-host Mike is back from his trip overseas.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say, with spending as much time in the place that you did, you don't really look like you got a tan.
No, I walked out into the sun one time and I felt sick, so I immediately scurried back in.
No, but you're looking good, man.
Thanks, man.
Like to the point where like every time I start to have like a shred of self-confidence, then I look at you and I just want to kill myself all over again.
It's a valid reaction to your friend being hot, but all right.
Yeah, you know what some female said to me the other day?
What's that?
She was complaining about having a hot friend, and she was like, "Yeah, like when all the girls want Mike instead of you." And I was like, hurtful.
Oh my god.
Hurtful,
absolutely,
Very
and not
hurtful.
not even accurate. I feel.
Welcome to the smoke pit.
Here
we are with fucking season 2.
Season goddamn 2.
Fucking season 2.
Fuck.
Fucking A.
I'm just so fucking tired.
Who the fuck gave us a podcast?
Who the fuck let us go 2 seasons?
Let alone a second fucking season.
Oh my god! But we love all of you so much.
Yep. Yeah. So we're excited to fucking be here because of that. And we're extremely excited to be brought to you by Combat Comb Over. Make sure to use our fucking I almost said combo code.
Yeah.
Fucking cream pie.
Our discount code is cream pie.
Yeah, in honor of co-host Mike.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Embellished, of course.
Yeah, so it's a pomade / hair gel kind of thing. So if you want to look fucking sexy, get some Combat Comb Over.
And I mean, sorry to cut you off, but it's not only is it something that we're endorsing because for professional reasons, but it's legitimately really good.
Yeah, it's Freedom's pomade.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
and we met the owners at Burbiz a week or so ago.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Super cool people.
Of course they are. Yeah,
just like both him and his significant other are both just like easy like 9/10s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing. It's like I know all these beautiful people.
You surround yourself with hot people. That's smart, though.
Yeah, I just have a beautiful mind.
That's right. Hey, I love it.
Yeah. So, what are you drinking over there?
Right now, I got a beer that you gave me, but more importantly, inside that beer, I put some
Strike Force.
I was gonna plug Strike Force, but now I'm dizzy. So
no fears, only dreams now.
That's right.
Yep.
So I got a delicious beer with some Strike Force inside of it.
Fucking A, use the promo code Smoke Pit because you can literally put Strike Force Energy inside your beer.
Yeah, you can put it in everything.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so enough of that. So now let's get down to the real question that all the fans want to know.
What's that?
How many girls did you bang on this last deployment? Come on, kitten, don't be bashful. I won't tell anyone.
That'd be a hard 0.
Ballpark 6 to 8.
Yeah,
You're a fucking animal.
No, I blacked out a lot, so because of the drugs. But no, not a lot of action going on, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe.
Well, I mean, a lot of stuff's hard to believe.
No. See, for those of you who are only listening, you can't see how much he's winking at me right now.
Yeah, with my butt.
Wow, it was that kind of deployment.
Speaking of, on the way over here.
God, I missed you.
Yeah, I know, I missed you too. Actually, this is the first time we've seen each other in a long time.
Yeah,
so we're
like
actually
you walked
catching
in
up
the door,
and we hugged, and now we're talking.
Yeah.
But you ever have obviously you've had.
I'm so proud how close to the mic you are.
On it, well,
people can hear you.
I'm tired of the hate. Yeah, no. Well, you ever had like an itchy asshole? Obviously, everybody gets it.
That's a fucking other thing that pisses me off. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm going to go on a fucking tangent here.
Okay.
The goddamn recruiters never fucking told you that as an infantryman, you're going to have massive fucking boulder-sized shits from all the MREs,
right?
Which will cause fucking hemorrhoids.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
Like, oh, look at me. People are like, thank you for your service. I'm like, how about you buy me some fucking Preparation H?
And a diaper.
I don't want a goddamn beer. Buy me some fucking Preparation H.
Fucking Patriot. Help my butt.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyway. But I had an itchy asshole on the way over here, as I'm one to do because I'm gross.
Yeah.
And, but have you ever had an itchy asshole and then you let out a really big fart and it scratches it? It's the best of both worlds.
It really
I would say a little bit, but a lot of it. That's why I was late. I had to change bands. It's the best feeling. I think that's honestly probably the best feeling in the world.
Best feeling in the world.
Yes. Yeah. What do you got? I feel like you have a rebuttal of some kind.
I do.
Yeah.
But I don't want to play out all our jokes too early in the season.
That's fair. All right. We don't have a lot.
Bum bum bum.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we went to Burbiz and it was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
We met a lot of cool people. A lot of cool companies, and it was a fantastic time. But I have to say that there was one veteran that I met that I didn't really care for.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, he was an older guy. He was a Vietnam veteran, and I don't feel like I have to say this, but I'm going to. He was black.
Okay,
Like,
sure.
I don't know if that adds context.
I don't think it adds anything, but why leave it out?
Why it doesn't take away anything
No,
either.
agreed. And now people have a better picture.
Yeah, you know, he was an old black Vietnam veteran dude.
Okay.
And so, you know, he sees me, and obviously, you know, like people, you know, all there are veterans and stuff like that. So he's like, you know, so where'd you serve? And I was like, oh, Iraq, Afghanistan, you know, like myriad of other places. He's like, all right, cool. Yeah. I was in the Air Force in Vietnam, and like, you know, we were on that supply depot that got hit real bad during the Tet Offensive. And I'm like, wow,
goddamn,
that's like, that's pretty intense, you know? Like, as you hear about, like, you know, Air Force not really getting much action, but you think about, like, the Defenders or whatever on the ammo depots, the depot.
Depots. Did you really say depots?
No, depots.
I love it. It's a depot.
This motherfucker, while he's talking to me, he's, like, glancing down at his phone, like, thumb fucking it. And so he asked me a question about, like, yeah, you know, like, you know, what do you remember about Iraq or Afghanistan? So I'm like, yeah, you know, like, I just remember, like, and then right when I'm saying that, I hear fucking, like, Haji prayer music. And, like, instantly my fucking butthole puckered.
Right. Where'd
Like,
it
I
come
almost
from?
sounded like a Jamaican there.
Yeah.
My butthole
puckered.
Everything crisp. Wagwan, my butthole is a puckering.
I'm nervous, boy.
Boy. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, I feel like it's the theme of the show.
Yeah, exactly.
And so my fucking, you couldn't slide a grease BB through my asshole.
No,
like I fucking puckered, and my eyes fucking went the size of silver dollars. Like I'm looking around, and then like I look over at him, he's got the biggest fucking shit-eating grin on his face, and I look down at his phone, and he's got fucking prayer music on YouTube pulled up.
What's
and
wrong
I'm
with
like, this motherfucker.
Did he? What was his point? Just to fuck with you?
Yeah, just to bust my balls.
What a piece of shit! Fuck you, Air Force.
This dude ate shit for this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know, like obviously, like looking back at it was fucking funny.
The joke is funny. I just feel like you have to know somebody before you do something like that. But I mean,
not like
a joke's. It was a
hey,
good
I
joke,
saw your face on a poster, so
Right,
let me fucking make your Agent Orange act up.
They make you physically ill.
Yeah,
just real quick.
I'm not sure if also this adds any value to the story, but his name was Arthur.
It does add value, actually.
Old black dude named Arthur.
Old black Arthur.
Yeah, that you know, stacked bodies in Vietnam.
Yeah,
or at least shot his weapon in the general direction while Marines stacked bodies.
Yeah.
This motherfucker waited 40 goddamn years.
Yeah.
Just to fuck with me.
And you know what's funny? He probably went home and like beat off into his boyfriend's ass or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got this Marine so good, and he's just like, he's in heaven right now. He's so proud of himself.
I get that, but I mean, I've done cheeky shit to other people too.
Of course.
Like one of my trademarks was they made me one of the urinalysis coordinators. Because like, Sharp, you don't do shit anymore. I'm like, well, how about you hold this combat action ribbon so you get one of your own? I'm like, get a parade rest.
Oh, I love it.
I almost lost rank for that one, buddy.
It's worth it.
A
good car joke is always worth it.
Always worth
always worth it.
And so, fuck, we completely forgot to introduce ourselves. Too late?
We'll go ahead. I feel like if they've made it this far, they know who we are.
Yeah, we'll do it after the story.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so I would purposely go out of my way to like mess with the pogues that were there at the command.
Sure.
Like to the point where like I'd poke people in the butthole, like the Japanese like 2-finger poke, you know?
Okay, yeah.
While they were peeing, or I'd whisper in their ear, put a hand on their shoulder.
Yeah.
And there's one kid where he was just like so freaked out about it that like every month or whatever, because we had a lot of druggies.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes it'd be every week.
Yeah. Were you there in Lejeune when the commanding general said all of Camp Lejeune is getting piss tested?
But if it was after 2007, then I wasn't there.
Yeah, then it was
an
like
old piece of shit.
It was like 2010, 2011-ish. Yeah,
it was in
all
Afghanistan.
hands. Yeah, oh yeah, all hands. All of Camp Lejeune had to piss, and there were so many positives. It's insane. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what he was expecting, but yeah, it was insane. But
apparently they're like, man, like we really got to reduce numbers. He's like, I got you, fam.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 2nd Division, man.
You gotta save the fucking the buyouts too.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, man, he was like, yeah, I want to fuck with everybody's weekend.
Yeah, so like every week I had to like, or every month or whatever it was, I'd have to find like new creative ways to fuck with this kid, right?
Sure.
And eventually culminated in the point where I had like both my hands on his hips and I was nibbling his ear.
And this has nothing to do with your analysis. You were just in his room.
This was just at PT.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then after that, it would carry over to like afternoon formation.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, when you see the command, form a school circle around me. Fall out, and which is different and correct from when you receive the command to fall out, form a school circle around me, fall out. You said fall out 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, you only say it once.
It's an odd number, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
when you receive the command,
yeah.
fall out.
Yeah.
That's the command, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
My Marine brain can't process that many
Seriously?
fallouts. Yeah,
It's already a 2-syllable word. What do you want from me?
exactly. Yeah, you're lucky I don't just fall over.
And so we'd be standing in formation, school circle or whatever, and because he was a fucking pogue, he'd be at parade dress.
What a nerd!
Fucking nerd. And so I take my 2 fingers and I'd be like finger fucking his pocket and like moaning in his ear.
Yeah.
And he'd be turning like bright red in the face, and first time I'd be like, "Hey, what's wrong with you, Marine?"
Yeah.
Because I would have said his name, but then I'd have to trust EP Mike to beep it.
To beep it, which you won't.
Yeah,
he'll magnify it.
That'll be the title episode name.
Yeah, exactly. Did you want his name as the title, or?
I'm like, no, god damn it.
Well, I already sent it.
Damn it. Yeah, and so like first sergeant would like call him out and be like, "Quit fidgeting."
Yeah.
And like he can't very well be like, "Well, Sharp's finger fucking my pocket right now, moaning in my ear aggressively."
If he was a man, he would do that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Really?
Yeah. You got to call your buddies. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
In front of the whole formation.
1,000%.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that would get your ass beat in 2nd Marine Division when I was there.
That's true, but at the same time, well, I guess it is different because I was the RP. Like I was on the outside looking in.
Yeah, you had like immunity to a lot of things.
Bro, I could do whatever I wanted. It was so great. You know how many fucking people, not just sailors, but just individuals, could just walk up to like Alpha Company and like knock on the first sergeant's door and not really have a reason to be there. This guy could.
I could even do that to my E3.
Exactly. Just because I could. And the especially the higher ups, they love me because I was always PTing and like like map instructor. I mean, all the things they wish their Marines were.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I would literally just
But instead they got Marines like me.
finger fucking other people's pockets.
Oh man, so you purposely do things to mess with other people, so I can't be mad at the guy.
For sure.
Like it's like, "Oh, you got me good, fucker."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And so like what else am I gonna do at that point?
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you used to do to fuck with people?
Not really. Only because by the time I'd get to them, they'd be so confused. They thought I was a doc, then they thought I was an officer for some reason, and then they saw the circle and they're like, I don't know. I'm like, I can't fuck with you. You're already fucking dumb and confused. This joke really went downhill quick.
Because like I feel like sometimes you have to be in the mood to be pranksy.
Sure.
And generally you only have like 2 moods, like usually like sad and horny.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, and like sometimes you mix it up a little bit, get suicidal.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and those thoughts creep in. You're like, ooh, that's a new one. Ooh, my butthole.
Survivor skills. Haven't felt this one in a while. Such exotic flavors.
Exactly. Right. Exotic flavors.
This is episode 1, season 2 of the
Season
Smoke
2.
Pit podcast.
Yes.
We fucking are so happy and thankful for everyone. We got like 100,000 downloads our first season.
I love you all so much.
Which like I'm fully erect right now.
Right, yeah.
I mean, Garrett Jones.
Right, yeah. And shout out Garrett, just a solid fucking dude.
Solid fucking dude.
But it's just like, it's funny because we talk about it, off the show. I mean, you, me, and EP Mike. Like, it's just us fucking around with friends, and for people to latch on and to have shown the support they have it's really incredible, and it's a great feeling. And
it's
you guys
a
are
fantastic
the best.
feeling. And so for those who are first-time listeners, my name's Dan Sharp, Marine Corps veteran, run Pop Smoke. You may have heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe or not.
Maybe. It's okay if you haven't, but I mean, you should.
And if you haven't, correct yourself.
I was actually wondering when that was going to come in.
Yeah. I kind of let it float for a few seasons.
That's good. That's right.
I just feel like next time we should do it like organically and like not acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Just be like, act like we've been here before.
That's true. You think I would, but I didn't. I noticed that I didn't do that at all. I wasn't professional in the slightest.
And so Marine Corps Infantry, 12 years, 5 deployments, Iraq, Afghanistan. My co-host Mike Sensi. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, co-host Mike Sensi. You can find me on Instagram at msensi. Active duty Navy, multiple deployments. One of my favorite things you ever said in my intro was like both real and made up. So I love saying that. But yeah, that's me.
And then our executive producer is also named Mike, so he's referred to as EP Mike to avoid confusion. Our Army veteran, Afghan combat engineer, just a real hell of a guy.
Just a real good-looking guy.
and if you haven't listened to the first season, you're going to find out some things about him that you probably didn't want to know.
It's true.
I think that's true of all of us.
Yeah, that's true. And also, from the Instagram polls that we've done lately, just for constant people wanting, they've demanded more EP Mike.
Yeah?
In embarrassing situations, yes.
Yeah, I feel like they don't want his insight. They
just
want to see more of him like eating hot sauce.
That's exactly what they want.
And like tap dancing around a Korean 5-way story.
I was thinking about like doing another quiz show, but then having like a little mystery box, like a cup or a food or something. But if he got it wrong, he had to eat or drink whatever it was, no matter what.
Right.
Yeah. So I think we can do something like that.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he did agree to be tased last time.
He did, and nobody even asked him. We were actually just sitting around trying to write content, and out of nowhere, Mike's just like, "You can tase my balls if you want," and we're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, all right."
He's like, my buddy did it on my previous show.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, went over real well.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, the whole concept of the smoke pit is just when. Whether you smoked or not, like that's where everybody went to hang out, get gossip, shoot the shit, tell unbelievable stories that are just crazy enough that they might be true.
That's right. That's
depending on the fucking psychopath that's sitting next to you, which we all can be from time to time.
For sure.
So what direction do you want to take this show for the second season? Because I think we're too lazy to find a new intro song, so we're going to roll with that.
Yeah, we're going to roll with that. Yeah. We're not going to a lot of changes. I mean, the logo, it's pretty recognizable. Yeah. I don't want to mess with that. I mean, it's more of the bullshit. Although I will say, this show is so in my psyche. This happened today. It's become such a part of who I am. I was doing my travel voucher for my last trip.
Yeah.
And, like on the bottom of the page, there's like the key like acronyms and stuff to plug and play. And I saw one for a commercial plane at CP, and I looked at it and was like, cream pie.
Don't you blame that on the show.
You all have ruined my life.
But I would like to bring up an interesting point.
What do you got?
And this is probably going to lose us all our viewers, but I feel like it has to be said.
Woof.
Were you a natural birth or a C-section?
I was a natural birth.
So was I.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, if you weren't a C-section, at some point in time, your penis was in your mom's vagina, and that makes you a motherfucker.
Oh, that's profound, if anything. Yeah. So I actually have one for you.
I feel like that was like you really moved by that really easily.
But it triggered my stupid.
Like I sat in silence for 5 hours when I first thought that, and you were just like, whatever.
From the Midwest, bro. Incest is not new. And so you may have heard of this, the would you rather thing. So you are 2 inches into your mother, and your father is behind you, and he's 2 inches inside of you. Do you push or do you pull? Which way do you go until completion?
I'm going to go back.
That's what I said too. And what is your reasoning?
Because I'd rather have a cock in my ass than have my cock in my mom.
Agreed. But I had a little more deeper reasoning. It's because like after it's done, it's like you and your dad kind of look at each other, like we acknowledge this happened. Let's go have a beer and never talk about it again.
Yeah.
But your mother would be like, "Oh, you were so good," like you know what I mean. Like she'll be complimentary and just like
she'd be like critiquing. Like I know I taught you how to Latin dance. Like your hip movement was shit. No wonder women keep cheating on you.
Yeah, you barely put your back into it. That is not my son. But yeah, so I would also push backwards. EP Mike, you have an answer for that?
It's a hard decision.
Is it?
No, I don't know if you guys can hear him on the microphone, but he said back and forth, and forth.
He said
like a seesaw.
Like a seesaw.
He literally just said he will go back and forth until the whole family completes. I mean, that's.
Well, I mean, if he completes first because of that, then he's off the hook.
I guess.
And that's double the stimulation. Because, like, I mean, not to get overly religious, but I saw a meme of, like, somebody, like, laughing hysterically, and it's like God when he put the male G-spot in the ass and then made being gay a sin.
Yeah. For real.
So like
that's pretty funny.
Oh, that you'll pause on.
I pulled a sneaky one on it.
Pulled a sneaky.
Oh fuck, that's funny.
So I had a sneaky pulled on me.
What do you got?
I won't give time references just because people who know me personally, I don't want whether it was somebody I dated 2 years ago or somebody that was here 20 minutes ago.
Sure.
So I was with a young lady, and she was Asian. And she brought over a bottle of sake, which is like the most Asian thing you could do.
Okay, that's true.
I fucking love it.
Other than take your shoes off at the door.
Which she did.
Well, of course.
And so we're fooling around. We're drinking sake. And then so she starts going down on me. I'm like, all right, bet, cool.
Cool. Word.
Or maybe I didn't, because maybe it happened before that phrase became popular on, Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Community.
Oh, what a great show.
Both great shows.
God, so good. All right, go ahead.
So she takes a sip of sake and then starts going down on me again. Some of the sake gets in my pee hole.
Really?
Holy fuck.
Okay.
That shit fucking burned.
I can honestly say I don't think I've ever had alcohol in my pee hole.
Yeah, so I fucking ran to the fucking bathroom.
Right.
And she's mortified.
Of course, yeah.
And at the risk of sounding extremely racist, I won't try to imitate the accent.
I was honestly about to do one. I was like, she had her hands over her mouth. She's like, tee.
So I run to the bathroom, and, I fucking give myself, like, a dick enema with water.
Right.
Flush
that shit out, yeah.
And so the first question you might ask yourself was, did that kill the mood?
Okay.
Quite the opposite, my friend, because now I had a fucking rage boner.
A rage boner, yeah.
I come over here and I grabbed her by the waist, lifted her up over my head,
and
slammed her on the fucking
power
bed.
bombed her through a table, and won the title.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
Then me and Mankind went on to get the tag
That's
team.
right.
belts.
That's right. Yeah.
I wish I could have picked anybody, but I went with Mick Foley.
Why wouldn't you? He's an
Hey, remember when I had long
absolute
hair?
icon. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I
Some
can-
people said I look like
I
Mick
can kind
Foley.
of see. I never thought of that. I can
Yeah.
kind of see that.
It's kind of depressing because he's not a good.
He's
looking
not a
dude.
good looking dude. He's missing a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Okay. No. Continue the story.
So then I power bombed her
Right.
and proceeded to pound her into oblivion.
Nice. Really?
Yeah, because I was quite upset. That hurt, you know.
Well, I could imagine. So, could you compare it to any other pain? Because I've never had that sensation.
I think it's kind of would be similar to. I don't know how much I want to reveal about myself. Like, have you ever touched like an electric fence?
Sure.
That, but in your dick hole.
Oh, okay.
It fucking burned, and like you're
Wow.
going from like getting a blowjob, which is one of the most euphoric experiences,
Right. Yeah.
You know, in the planet, and then the next thing you know, excruciating pain.
Of course. Of course.
And it's just like from the source that, you know, you had trusted to give you pleasure, gave you pain.
No, that's no good. That's no
Yeah,
good. That's a
which-
sneaky.
Lesson learned, you know, like I don't hold it against her.
Right.
Because obviously she was trying to do me a solid with the blowjob.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouts
so-
out. Shouts out.
Yeah. You know, if you're listening, then, you know, shout out.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, you
Right.
know, lesson learned.
There are always lessons learned.
Yeah. So gentlemen, if you're getting fellatio and
Mm-hmm.
your lady goes to take a sip from a sake bottle, ninja chop that shit out of her hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then ninja chop her.
And then proceed to ninja chop the entire apartment.
Yep. And then get a smoke bomb
Yeah.
and ninja chop yourself.
So stupid. Wow. That
Yeah, but I
sucks.
mean, people didn't fucking tune into the show for stock tips.
That's true.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. That's
They
that's,
wanted to
that's
hear-
the after show with EP Mike.
They wanted to hear stories about Judy chopping fucking Asian girls who
That's
put
true.
alcohol in your pee hole.
we have a demographic.
Yeah.
Although
I will say, probably some of the best head I've ever had, though. Up
Really?
until that point.
Oh, good.
Like,
That's always
it
good
was
to hear.
just
Though.
quite enjoyable.
It's
And then the sex was amazing, too. So, like, afterwards.
that's even better. So it is tough to kind of find, you know, somebody who's good at head, because I feel like I'm going to stereotype all females right now,
Yeah.
as I am one to do. A lot of females, I won't say all, a lot of females are super confident in like the fellatio department, but
Yeah.
when then it comes down to it, you're all excited because not only are you getting head, but you're getting alleged good head.
Yeah.
And then it's just like they're like it's just they're like
How's that go again?
and it's just not good.
Or they hype their head game up and then they don't even give you any.
Ooh, I never had that, but
I can think of 2 times.
really,
We share a lot of stories.
We do share a lot of stories.
Yeah, I can think of
Okay.
at least 2 times.
I can't think of any, so you have to tell me
We'll-
off
we'll
air.
talk
yeah.
offline.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's
We'll
fine.
talk offline.
Yeah, you remind
Sponsors
me.
are involved.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. God damn.
It's like that.
Yeah, it does be like that.
No, but I get that too, but then on the same time, like, you wonder how many girls like fucking roast you to their friends, where they're like, yeah, man, he said he was gonna fucking break my back.
Right. So my favorite thing I've seen on the internet recently, other than Endgame spoilers, which fuck all of you for doing that.
Hey, I literally
I
waited
didn't
until
say
you saw
you.
it.
I did not say you.
I am a meme lord. The fact that
I know.
held
I know.
back until one of my best friends saw
I
it.
know, and this is why we're friends, because you're good people. But
Because I know you're too curious. Like, you would have
oh,
looked.
for sure, I looked and found on just because I'm a masochist. One of the best things I've seen on the internet recently was a meme where it's like the phrase "still smashed" can't be countered. Like, you cannot one up still smash. So even if
Yeah.
even if a girl's like, oh yeah, you 3-inch dick and you 2 seconds, but still
Still
smashed.
smashed.
It can't be. If anybody can think of a counter to still smashed, please let me know, because I can't think of any.
Well, if she's just like, congrats, I gave you something.
Yeah, that's not really a counter though.
It's not really a counter.
It's just kind of a closing statement.
That's, yeah. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But then, like, at the same time, like, can girls say, like, if you're like, oh, you fucking psycho bitch, and she's like, yeah, but I still smashed.
You know what?
It doesn't carry the same power.
It does not, but at the same time, it is all genders can use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even whatever, there are 23 genders now. I don't even know. All
Yeah,
of them.
when you're like,
everybody
you
can
fucking
use
psycho bitch, and be like, well, you didn't think I was psycho when you were eating my pussy.
it. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Still smashed is universal.
Because, like, I noticed that, like, some dudes get, like, super petty,
Yeah.
and, like, make personal attacks against the girl, and it's
Of
like,
course.
well, like, you know, it's and especially like we were talking about in season 1 with our friends, that they'll get a message like, "Hey, beautiful, like,
Right.
hey, can I take you out? Oh, you ugly anyways, bitch." So,
Right,
fuck
exactly.
you.
Yeah, 10 seconds later, they don't respond. You fucking lesbian.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus.
And so, like, you know, if you were telling the girl that she was pretty and, you know, like, you enjoyed having sex and you
Right.
got an erection for sex, then it's kind of like you can't really like shit talk them,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because like they gave you a boner, so you're like, yeah, you're fucking ugly anyways. Well, I gave you a boner, so what does that make you?
Still smashed.
I'm trying to see both sides of the card here.
No, I
you know?
understand.
And yeah, but there's no real like female equivalent to that, because guys can be like, suck my dick, but if a girl is like, lick my clit, like 47 tongues are in her pants, you know, like it doesn't carry the same weight.
I love the fact that you said both phrases with such intensity. It was almost like a rap rhyme. It was
Yeah.
like, suck my dick and then lick my clit.
Just jump on the dick, suck
Yeah.
a suck on the dick.
Exactly,
You know
yeah.
that song?
Of course.
Don't say nothing.
If you sing any more, you have to pay royalties.
I heard somebody made a remix, but then they did like an auto tune, and the girl sounded like super masculine, so it sounded like a prison rape song.
Yeah.
Just suck on the dick, jump on the dick, suck on the dick, jump on the dick. Don't say nothing.
I love it.
Boom.
I love it.
And I was just like, oh my god! Like,
Why do I have an
immediately
erection?
slowed
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
to the speed limit. You know, like I threw
Pulled
my,
over.
Yeah, I threw my joint out the window.
Pulled over and cried.
Put a cap on my whiskey bottle. Like, I
Yeah.
was like, I can't go to jail.
You know, it's a good joint story.
What's up?
My mind just racing for content right now.
Yeah.
So I have a buddy from Indiana. His name's Petey. He's actually an avid listener, so he'll like this shout out.
Do we need to beat Petey's name?
No, he don't give a fuck.
Is that his street name?
It is his street name.
Yeah.
Okay. EP Mike just showed us something and threw me off. A good joint story is I went to my 10-year high school reunion because I'm old as sin. Last year.
About to hit the dirty 30.
Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Salt and pepper's here.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper's here.
But I look like I'm 25, so I'm fucking around.
Who told you that?
A girl this morning actually after this haircut, she's like, "Oh, you look like you're 25." So, okay, I'm just saying. First off, don't hate, all right? I look younger than I am. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that. You don't think I look younger than 29?
No, I think you look like 46.
46.
Yeah,
I hate
like
you so
all
much.
you do is drink.
I do,
and
yeah.
Eat fast food.
I do.
Don't use moisturizer.
I don't. I barely shower. I'm pretty gross. Anyway.
No, I'm kidding. No, you do look young for your age.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Um,
And he's not being facetious. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't lift him up.
oh
He's
yeah,
so vain.
my
I
self-esteem.
told him
is
he had
so
a gray
low.
hair once, and he almost cried.
That's not a joke either. He said it super sarcastically, like ball busting a friend, and even I knew he was kidding, but I got so butthurt. He's like, "Bro, I'm kidding." He had to reassure me he was kidding because I was gonna cry for sure.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I mean, I could see it now, but the light, it's really.
Please stop. I feel so sad. Anyway,
I was like, I'll take a picture, and it was a total bluff. And he's like, "No, dude, don't.
oh yeah, I know.
Like, I don't want there to be evidence."
He was driving while doing this. He could have killed us all. Oh yeah, that was
The cops would have been like, "Look at these two young men, clearly in their mid-20s, in the coroner's report, and they wouldn't be
Exactly.
able to identify our bodies."
It's true. We're so damn young. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, they're like pulling my pieces out and they're like, oh, look, this gray hair. I'm just like mangled. Anyway, back to this joint story.
Anyways,
So my favorite story, I don't think the story's going to go anywhere or probably won't even land, but it's in my head.
Yeah.
We were driving to the next town over, smoking a joint in small town Indiana because there's nothing to do at night. And and I went to ash it out the window and we had both taken like,
you just said that you did this at your 10-year.
No. This is a memory from the 10-year. We were talking about it at the 10-year.
Okay, because that's
yeah.
not the way it sounded.
Oh.
It sounded like you were at your 10-year. You smoked
No.
a joint.
No, keep all this in. No, we talked about it at
Okay.
the 10-year. This is from high
I was about to
school.
say,
yeah,
dude, like-
yeah. I love incriminating myself.
We're good. We're good.
And
Are
we're
you
good.
sure? Like,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew, I was
We
looking
were
out for
talking
you,
about.
brother.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. No, I have not smoked drugs, and now I feel like I'm at court now. Anyway,
You do have a microphone in
I
front
know,
of you,
I
and
do.
you look like you're behind a podium.
I never
I
had
did
sexual
not
relations.
cream
Yeah, I
pie
said that woman.
That girl,
Um,
that chief's wife, or the admiral's wife. Most certainly not both at the same time.
anyway.
That's the name of the episode.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways. No, so we were smoking joint, and when I was 16 years old, people,
Did you get a waiver for this? when you
and
came in?
I hate you so much.
I'm literally here for you.
But why? Why? It's not even relevant, though.
It is.
No, it's not anymore.
Continue.
Yeah, statute of limitations, and what?
No, please go ahead. You can sleep on my couch. You can do your job.
Sure. Anyway, when I was a teenager, the story's not even good.
Can I preface this all with allegedly?
Fine, allegedly.
All right.
So we're smoking a joint allegedly, and I went to ash out the window. We both taken like a hit off this joint, so it's a full joint. And I went to ash it, and it fell out the window, and we were still driving. Right. So fucking bummed. Like, we were bummed to the point that, like, we almost turned around and looked for it and then went home, but we were like, we're already on the way to, like, some shitty Indiana house party, which means there's a bunch of shots and, like, fat girls. So I really wanted to go. And
plus you're doing, like, what, 60, 70?
Yeah, easily. Yeah, on the back roads of Indiana, 100. Like, who fucking knows?
Yeah, there's no way to fucking really realistically find.
No.
Unless, like, there's just a giant fire of corn.
And so, exactly. And so we go to the party. We stay a couple hours, but we're kind of like, we're not feeling it. We're still bummed out about the joint, and we're like, the party's kind of lame. So we're driving back, and we're in the middle of just talking, just bullshitting, and he is driving, and he slams on the brakes, and he points, and he goes, right there. I was like, what? He's like, right there. And it's like 3 a.m. It's pitch black. And he got out of the car on the back roads of Indiana, and he found the joint.
What?
A 1 in a trillion thing. We talk about it all the time because it's the most insane thing. It's like God wanted us to finish that joint. It was fantastic. Like, yeah, it was just the best feeling. It was insane because, it is. It's high corn. Like, it was the season for it. Like, I mean.
Wait. Did you just say high corn?
Yeah, the corn stalks are high. It's an Indiana thing. What do you want?
Was it as high as an elephant's eye?
The name of this episode better be high corn. But yeah, no. So it was the coolest thing. Yeah. Anyways, high corn. But yeah, shout out Petey, and that's still my favorite story of us.
Fantastic. Yeah. I don't know if I have anything that competes with that.
Yeah, no, it's just a 1 in a trillion thing.
Riveting story.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But I'm gonna one up you.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah. So one time I'm driving to a high school party. I was 15, a year younger than you, and we were smoking 2 joints.
Allegedly. Oh wow. Okay.
I accidentally dropped both out the window.
Oh my god.
Doing 100 on the highway. And so we went to the party and banged hot girls, unlike the fat ones you banged.
Sure. Okay.
And then on our way back, I fucked a chicken.
For some reason, I believe that whole story.
In Florida.
It sounds like a Florida thing. Exactly.
Did you think I was going to say I found the joint?
No, I knew you were going to say something something out of left field.
Damn it, I'm too witty.
Yeah, you're so goddamn witty.
People just expect me to.
Exactly. Home runs every time.
Yeah, a double is good too sometimes, like.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be humble.
And like the last episode when I crushed some killer jokes and nobody laughed.
I love Ann so much. Yeah. She is a mutual friend of ours, but holy shit, man, you needed a laugher. You were killing it.
Yeah, and then I accosted EP Mike earlier today. I was like, you didn't laugh about my hair clapper jokes.
Such a good joke.
And he's like, I was paying attention to the podcast. I'm like, no, you weren't. You were watching hentai.
Ruining the audio and watching hentai.
We had to record the whole episode over because there was hentai porn sounds.
You heard nothing but tentacles and screams.
Slithering.
Ugh.
Yeah, so if you like hentai porn, make sure to give your recommendations to EP Mike at Stedbro_Murica on Instagram.
Have you passed me yet in followers? Because you're on verge to like double my followers very soon.
I'm about 800 from you.
EP Mike is 800 followers behind co-host Mike.
Yeah, I know.
And so this is your chance to back your horses, ladies and gentlemen.
What's the race to?
Let's say 200,000.
Yeah,
and then I'll enter the race.
I will for sure. You're easily at over 250,000 just on Instagram.
I know. I just wanted to flex.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we all know you're Salt. There's no reason for that.
If I was as good looking as you, I'd be at 2 million.
See, but I would prefer to use my humor angle than my good looking angle. Even though you said, I know. It's sickening.
Fucking nerd is my co-host.
I know. I am the worst honeypot ever. But I would.
At least you're wearing the tank top and like sleeveless, showing off your tattoos.
That's true. I do.
Wait, did you add a goblin shark?
I did.
Did I say? Is that what that is?
It is a goblin shark. Yeah.
Oh wow! National Geographic paid off.
Solid stuff. Yeah, he's gonna do an underwater kind of theme for the rest of this.
What is the significance of the goblin shark? It looks good.
Just to fill space. Same thing as this giant squid. Nothing. Just fill space.
Same thing as everything else.
Everything. It's all space filling at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the fact that anything has particular meanings. You just want sleuths to be like, oh, he's tatted.
Not even sleuths. Just people.
You just want people to be like, oh, he's tatted.
Men, women, children, whoever. Oh, he's tatted.
Oh man. So speaking of children,
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
I would like to preference this that this was all a jest and banter in good fun, in no way, shape, or form an accurate representation.
Wow.
So that being said,
Gee, I'm nervous.
I got one of the best fucking burns I've ever had in my life today.
What do you got?
So I was busting EP Mike's balls about something,
Okay.
and I'm calling him like every name in the book,
Right.
and nothing's landing, right?
Okay.
And so eventually I call him a pedophile.
Okay.
And so he's like, fuck no, like if I ever met a pedophile, I'd fucking kill him. And I was like, oh, is that why you're always suicidal?
That's solid. That's solid.
That's a fucking good
That's
burn.
solid.
Dude.
That is good. Yeah.
That's
is
a good burn, bud.
That is a good burn.
Yeah.
But I was expecting something so like below the belt. That's just a good joke. That's just a good burn.
It was pedophilia and suicide mixed together. What else do you want from me?
Nothing.
No, but it was the point where like, like I think the three of us are all pretty quick witted.
Yeah.
Like EP Mike, you remember the Dudley Boys?
Of course.
And they had Spike Dudley.
He is
Like
Spike.
Spike Dudley was game.
But I will say,
like,
Spike Dudley was a hardcore motherfucker, though. Even
Yeah.
though he was small and he was kind of the runt,
Yeah.
but he was a badass, though.
Yeah, he was
so.
definitely a good
Yeah.
intercontinental champ.
For sure.
Granted, he wouldn't be the tag team champs.
No.
3D.
Yeah, exactly. God, I love the 3D.
Yeah.
What is your favorite finishing move in wrestling history?
Ah, man, that's hard to say.
If you had to just a random top three, just three that are impactful to you.
I'd really say the 5-star frog splash by Rob Van Dam.
That's my favorite wrestler. That's one of mine. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times like I've like stood on the top of like a couch arm.
Oh,
like,
for
side of
sure.
bed,
Me-
been
yeah.
like RVD.
Me and my brother actually broke our beds growing up, just practicing wrestling moves, and to the point that my mom replaced them twice and was like, "Then you're done." And we slept on mattresses on the floor all through high school because we kept breaking our beds.
And it was just like I don't know, like I was too scared to do the Swanton bomb
Sure,
from Jeff Hardy because I didn't want to break my neck.
Yeah.
Because I'm not exactly nimble. But the 5-star frog splash was easy to do to like my sisters on the trampoline.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
You get
and
some huge height.
You get a double bounce. You kidding me?
Fuck
you do
yeah.
a shooting star.
Fuck yeah, kiddo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 5-star frog splash.
Agreed.
That's
Agreed.
pretty impactful. I don't know if anyone like actually trademarked this or if it was. I think it was like a short-term wrestler, but it was kind of like an F5 into an RKO.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It was fuck. It had a name. A couple people did it.
Yeah, but then none of them were like really long-lived.
No, not at all.
You know?
Like a couple guys from TNA,
Yeah.
they did it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so you
that's
have
a
like the
solid one.
F5 like Brock Lesnar,
Yeah.
and then you spin them, and then you come down with the RKO.
Of course.
Or like I guess before like RKO became popular, it was like the Diamond
The
Cutter.
Diamond Cutter. That's right. It's
Yeah.
one of, you've named two of mine already. Yeah. Diamond Cutter and 5-star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Diamond Cutter, RKO, pretty similar.
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
And the RKO is just a little bit more athletic.
Yeah.
Because Diamond Dallas Page, granted, fun fact,
What do you got?
has helped a fuck ton of troops
Bro,
who
yes.
were disabled through
Yep.
yoga.
His DDP yoga, yeah.
Yeah,
Free
DDP
shout out,
yoga.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's fucking killing it with that shit.
Yeah, and so good
Did you
job to
see?
him.
Did you see the documentary on Jake the Snake Roberts?
No.
So I don't know where it is. Find it and watch it.
Okay, EP Mike, can you pull that up for me?
So
send that to
fucking
me later.
good.
Yeah, and then I probably have to say my
What was it?
oh my god.
What are
See,
you?
I told you he's watching
what
hentai.
are you even
Like, he's not
doing
paying
over there?
attention to the podcast.
He has headphones in, like he's listening to the audio, but he's just watching hentai.
The documentary on Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please and thank you. And then I'd probably have to say the third, and it's not something that I could really see myself doing.
Right.
And I know it's very similar to the RKO, but granted this one was a F5 in the RKO,
Mm-hmm.
but the stunner. Like,
Yeah, of course.
like granted the rock bottom was cool and all.
Sure.
But few things could change the course of a match and like the energy.
It's true.
A friend of mine, Bubba,
Mhm.
which is weird to
Yeah,
say that because
right.
she's actually a really hot Asian chick.
Oh.
Huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And so I know that she'll have thoughts about this.
Sure.
I'm gonna get a DM full.
For sure.
But yeah, and so like the idea that like a stunner could change the fucking the pace or the momentum of a match
Oh yeah.
faster than any other move.
Anytime a stunner was, done, there was an automatic crowd pop. Like people came out of their seats, no matter what context, whether he's in the match or not. But a stunner happens, people are coming out of their seats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like a rock bottom never just happened.
Right.
He'd set up the arm, he'd
Yeah.
pan to the crowd,
Yeah.
do an eyebrow,
Yeah.
flex his pecs.
Classic Dwayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so like granted it was a cool move and all,
Mm-hmm.
but like it wasn't it'd be like, oh, Stone Cold is losing in a 2-on-1 match. And a stunner!
Yeah,
and another stunner!
Exactly.
Now he wins! What?
I wish JR would just commentate my life.
I have so many jokes for this.
So do I, yeah.
You go first. I need to
well,
breathe.
I was gonna
I need
say,
oxygen for this.
I was gonna go real lowbrow. Well, not lowbrow, but like real boring with it.
Yeah.
Be like, he's merging into traffic, like something lame like that. But I know you're gonna go deeper with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're cream pieing like
Yeah,
your
there
fourth
it is.
girl of the
There it
evening.
is, yeah.
And he's like, somebody stop the damn match. Somebody stop the
With
damn
God
match.
as my witness, she is pregnant.
She's got a family.
She's got a family. You sick fuck. Oh fuck, that's funny.
This is assault. The match is over.
Somebody stop the damn match.
Somebody stop the damn match.
Fuck, that's assault.
Security.
That's so funny. Oh fuck, you're a psycho.
I preference
That's
this.
so funny.
So what would be your 3 favorite then?
Well, yeah, I mean, you named 2 of them 5-star, Diamond Cutter, and then from TNA, the Canadian Destroyer. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'll pull it up, but I don't know how many of our listeners are wrestling
the
fans.
Canadian Destroyer, the only thing I know about that is a reference to our friend Emery's butt.
Yeah.
Like,
Save this clip. We're sending it to Emery.
yeah.
The Canadian Destroyer is Emery's
It
butt.
has ruined many a man.
But what are your facts on this, though?
I mean, since she moved to Fayetteville, traffic accidents have gone up 47%. And statistically go down 32% when she's out of town traveling.
Right.
The difference of the two is that people are still looking for her, and that's why they wreck,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just science.
Shout out to Emery. I love you, Emery.
So what do we got here?
I'm showing you I don't know. Again,
I mean, I feel like this is something EP Mike should be doing.
yeah,
He should have
but
pulled this up, but
it's whatever.
yeah. So who's the man performing it? Holy shit!
So the Canadian Destroyer is a front flip pile driver.
Literally a front flip pile driver.
It's so incredible to watch.
I remember when Jerry the King Lawler, because I'm 50 years old,
Yeah.
was in his prime. A DDT was considered like a devastating finishing
Yeah, it was
move.
it was Jake the Snake's finisher was a DDT.
Yeah, and Jerry the King Lawler would do.
This is becoming a pro wrestling podcast real quick.
It's fucking awesome. It's a fucking redneck soap opera.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
wrestling's fake. Yeah, so are your wife's orgasms.
Exactly. How long have you had that in the
I
chamber?
literally came up with it on the cuff.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Integrity.
Yeah. Well, I believe you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I feel like it came from a place.
It did. It did. No,
A
that's
deep
why.
place?
That's why I thought you've had it like in the holster for all these years because
No.
it was so quick. Okay, fair enough.
No, that just came out of nowhere.
Exactly. Yeah, you nerds. Give your wife orgasms.
Yeah, so somebody like doing like a body slam was like a finishing move back in the
Right.
day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you have fucking front flip pile drivers off the
Exactly.
top ropes
Yep.
through 2 burning tables.
And then,
It's much like your sex life. That's what it takes to end it.
yeah, if barbed wire doesn't come out, I'm not gonna finish.
She's got a family. A steel chair.
It's so ridiculous. It's a steel chair.
And the sad part is
With God as my witness, she is
and I'm
broken in
friends
half.
with several of the girls.
Oh
several
my
being an
God,
understatement.
Jesus Christ!
Several dozen, which is actually not an exaggeration, of the girls that you have made
Embellished.
love to.
Embellished.
Yeah, make love is very embellished. Like, I don't know if you can call that making love.
Love is an embellished word. It's fair. Yeah.
And I'm right there with you, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of hope out there. I'm not really quite ready to turn into Mike yet.
Nobody should. And fuck all of you, for the record, who voted on Dan's story a long time ago. He made a joke that, like, if one more girl ghosts him or breaks his heart, and he was, like, fading into me. Fuck all of you who emailed Dan, was like, don't turn into Mike. Fuck all of you.
Primarily women.
That's what I'm saying.
Several who you've had sex with.
And it's, first off...
That's not even bullshit. Like,
whatever.
integrity.
All right, whatever. Listen, I was going to say... the ones who I...
Delete the whole episode.
Yeah, the whole episode.
Stop the
Stop the
episode.
damn episode.
He's got a family.
That's way funnier than it should be.
It really is.
No,
hope
but
our
fuck all of you
listeners-
who are like, and the couple who I've never met, that's the shit that pissed me off. Like,
Yeah.
the world has enough mics, don't turn into Mike. Fuck you, I don't know you. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking shit for?
You haven't even sent me nudes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, send me nudes and we'll talk.
Like, nudes buys a lot of loyalty from me.
For sure. If you send me nudes, then, like, I have your back for life. Because that just shows that you trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never be someone who published somebody's nudes. If they were nice enough to send me that shit, I would never do that.
Yeah, and I even so far as go to, like, if a girl is, like, hemming and hawing about sending nudes, I'm like, hey, obviously don't put your face in it.
Sure.
And then, like,
you have to coach him through it, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, put my name as a watermark over it.
Yeah.
So if it does get leaked out, everybody knows it was me. And then, like,
smart.
people won't send me nudes anymore.
Just has your page's logo just over their whole body. You're like, well, fuck.
Well, fuck. No, one girl sent me a nude, and this was a while ago.
Voice is correct. Did you hear that?
Because there was a brief period there a little while back that I was in a committed relationship that went very poorly.
That's true.
Not my fault whatsoever.
Not in the slightest.
Yeah. I could have been very, very fucking shitty about it, but I tried to take the high
You handled
road.
it so much better than I would have.
I feel like I handled it better than nearly anybody else would have.
Agreed.
And I think that's just kind of like balance out my karma a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
But I digress.
Yeah.
Anyways, she sent me a nude, and like over her jiggly bits was Mattis's face.
That's funny.
And I was just like, oh, I'm still gonna fap to this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, easiest orgasm I've ever had.
Yeah, easiest. And like the thing is that like I think with guys like you and I, girls might be a little hesitant because like the attractive female friends that we have, the volume of attention that we get.
Sure.
By no means are we Orlando Bloom or anything.
Right. Massive cock. Yeah.
Yeah. And but at the same time, we do get a fair amount of attention.
Sure.
And I think that like some girls are hesitant to approach that because they think either one, we're dogs.
Yeah.
Or like two, that they won't get any acknowledgement. But legitimately, and I want you to fucking clean your ears out, ladies.
Oh,
legitimately, if a decent woman came along, like I think that it would end for us.
Yeah.
Like I feel that like we could be taken off the market.
Sure.
Given the right situation. Like we don't want to force anything.
Of course.
But given the right situation, I think that we could both be taken off the market, and because it gets boring and fucking a little fucking repetitive.
It does, yeah.
Having things that aren't like as substantial,
Yeah. How many more first dates do you want to have?
Yeah. How many fucking times do you have to like tell your life story?
So fucking annoying.
Like what are your interests and all stuff? Like, wouldn't it be awesome if you could just have like a hot girl with a good sense of humor that like to travel and like memes that you could just cream pie every night?
I feel like a lot of women listening are like, that's me. It's not you.
No, probably not.
It's not you. You think it is, but it's not.
I think that there's a couple out there that might be.
For sure. No, for sure.
And but I think that a lot of girls will say that like, oh
exactly.
yeah, it's me.
That's what I meant.
Because like there's been friends of mine who have been like, oh my god, I'm so jealous of all your travel. And I'm just like, hey, well, come with me.
Exactly.
And they're like, oh, I don't have a passport. I'm like, get a passport.
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, I'm like, hey, like I'm about to head to Australia. Like, you got that passport yet?
Yeah.
Like, you want to come with? They're like, oh no, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
But then like I look on their story and they're fucking getting drunk every weekend.
Of course.
And it's like, just don't drink for one weekend and spend that money on a passport instead.
Yeah. Hot girls want to talk about traveling. They don't want to do it. Fun girls travel.
I get that. But not to say that all gals are like that.
Sure.
Because there is there are plenty of girls out there that travel, that take advantage of the military.
Agreed.
And their situation and stuff, and they do get out there and travel. But at the same time, like there's, it's like people may not necessarily be emotionally ready for a situation, but they force themselves into it because they're like, oh, like Mike is a really good option, or Dan's a really good catch, and so they like force themselves into it because objectively speaking, you'd be you'd be kind of a blockhead to pass up on a guy who would treat you right and take you places and like.
Yet it happens every single day.
Yeah. And so like they force themselves into relationships that they're not ready for, or they just don't fucking communicate their feelings.
Yeah.
Like 80 fucking % of problems could be fucking resolved easily.
Yeah.
If people were just honest and communicated.
It's a really good point, actually. Yeah.
EP Mike, how are we doing on time?
We're at 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
Okay.
So you want to start wrapping this up a little bit? I know. Jesus Christ.
He has to deal with the devil over there. I had a question. I on the flight home, I thought of this. Do you consider, like, say, like you're married, been married for a couple of years, do you consider your girl bringing up swinging to be the ultimate form of trust or somebody who you think is bored?
I think if it's years into the relationship, it's boredom.
Okay.
Because if she had told you that in the beginning, like that's kind of something she was into, and even if it was just like put a pin in it, and
Right,
she's
right.
like, hey, you remember 3 years ago when I said that I was into swinging?
It's kinda
Like,
what
can
I
we
thought.
revisit that?
Yep.
But if it's like 3 years later and out of nowhere, like you give her the old 6 pumps and done,
Right.
and she's like, yeah, we should probably swing.
Yeah. Boy, I'd like to have sex with other men. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I thought too.
And
Yeah.
so I think boredom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I did like a mini poll when
Yeah.
I was leaving. Yeah, a lot of people kind of said the same thing, but a lot of people, not a lot, a few people did say it's like, well, it's like the ultimate form of trust. Like she wants, to experience this with you, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I know people like grow and discover themselves as they age, and
Sure.
anything that's not growing is dying. And you're not going to be the same person a year from now that you are today, and you shouldn't be the same person today that you were a year ago.
That's true.
And so I understand that tastes are going to change and things are going to change and stuff like that. But I kind of like my women like I like my coffee without some other men's dick in it. You know?
I love it. Yeah.
Because like if I fuck another girl and she gets pregnant, she can be a single mom, and I'll just be happy with my wife.
Right.
Like, I'll pay a child support, have visitation.
Yeah.
But if she fucks another dude and gets pregnant, I got to look at that motherfucker every day.
Yeah.
So like to me, it's like the old analogy: what's more sacred, the bucket or the well?
Yeah.
Well, the well's more sacred, than the bucket,
Mm-hmm.
because like that's where life comes from. You can wash a bucket, but you can't fucking wash a well if the water gets sullied.
Yeah.
So like to me, like I don't know, like it'd have to be a fucking hell of a girl for me to consider that.
Agreed.
And then also,
I'm
like,
way too jealous. Yeah. There's no
and then
way.
also I'd have to be like, yeah, so all these fucking sleuths that I've been fucking swerving left and right on social media,
Yeah.
like, can I bang them?
Right.
Like, you get your one dude with his fucking shitty tattoos and his fucking,
What if it's me?
what's that?
What if it's me? What if I'm the guy she wants to bang when you're married?
I think it's had an aneurysm. Because if it was you, that'd be fucking perfect. Because I'd get on that shit too. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been trying to convince him to let me film his sex tapes and sell them to Pornhub for weeks.
It really has, but I've just sent him a bunch of iPhone footage of me masturbating. He's like,
Which
this won't.
still
Yeah, he's
sells
like,
very
this won't
well.
sell.
I've financed our trip to Pittsburgh next week based off his jerk off videos.
Yeah,
on
you
Pornhub.
want to? Well, okay, that's
Yeah.
a good way to plug that. Yeah, we're gonna be in Pittsburgh May 11th.
Yeah, May 11th we'll be up there. University of Pitt, shout out.
Absolutely.
The RTC program out there. We got some big fans.
Yeah, we do.
Super excited to see Sam.
Yep.
It's gonna be a good time. And yeah, so that brings us towards my favorite part of the show.
What do you got?
More sponsors, because that
God.
means money.
Do we have more?
No, we only got one more.
Oh,
We'll make it
okay.
quick.
What do you got?
Victor Alpha Clothing.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, this dude is like no shit, like a legit hero. Like, I posted an article about it a while ago. Good friend of mine. We hung out at Burbiz. We've talked a lot, and he like legit is like a lifesaver. Like literally fucking pulling people from the fire.
That's
like,
what's up, man.
Lifesaver. And he
Fucking
started
A.
Victor Alpha Clothing, or VAC,
Vac, yeah.
as we like to say in the common tongue.
In
military
layman's
use
terms,
acronyms
yeah.
for everything. So check out Victor Alpha Clothing. They got some pretty cool swag. One t-shirt in particular with like a skeleton on a beach, which is like what I'd like to be one day.
I do like that shirt.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's a
yeah,
cool
yeah.
shirt.
Yeah, it's a cool shirt.
Like I'm not gonna plug a product that I don't use myself for that.
Agreed.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like Johnson's soda biscuits.
Yeah. Delicious yet
Yeah,
disgusting.
if I could get Preparation H to sponsor me, I'd be fucking golden.
We would be rich.
Fucking rich.
And
You know how many
hemorrhoid free.
fucking grunts, combat arms and shit have hemorrhoids? Like that should be in fucking MREs instead of the chiclet gum.
Ooh, that's a solid sell.
That's a solid fucking proposition.
I like it.
Yeah.
Next episode, we build our perfect MREs.
So to round out the episode,
Yeah.
My biological father was telling me a story about his adopted father, which would be my grandfather. My family tree is very fucking...
Yeah, keep up.
I've had several different last names. Like, anyways, so my grandfather was in the Air Corps in World War II, got shot down twice over Africa.
God damn.
Silver Star, Bronze Star, respectively, for each event. Became the assistant chief of police in Detroit. Very accomplished life. Like he did a lot of things. He that most people just read about in books.
Yeah.
And so he is having kidney failure, and he's on dialysis, and he's on his deathbed basically.
Okay.
And my father is just like, you've lived such a full life. What have you learned? Asking him for like his deathbed wisdom. My grandfather mulls it over for a second, John O'Neill. And he looks at my father and goes, broads are goofy.
Profundity.
Fucking amazing, right?
Absolutely.
Few words that aren't in red ink
Right.
in the book
Yeah.
have been truer than that.
Agreed 1,000%.
Yeah, so if we could close this episode off with anything,
Yeah.
just want everybody to know, broads are goofy. Season 2, motherfuckers!